Holy mackerel! Hi, everybody, and welcome to Holy Mackerel Moments number 8. 8! I'm Harry Hart-Browne. You know, Holy Mackerel Moments are those moments in life that are amazing, that make us want to say...
Holy mackerel, where's your pants? You can't get away with that.
Why not?
Holy mackerel, wear your pants? No, just holy mackerel. Today is Sunday, August 21st, 2022, and it is my 70th birthday. I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Thank you to everyone who's already reached out to me today. I love you. You know who you are. I'd mention you by name, but so many people go, no, don't mention my name.
I've always been shy. I confess that I'm shy.
Okay, fine, whatever. I won't, but I do thank you so much. And you know what else I noticed? Today's not just my birthday, it's an anniversary. I have been doing Holy Mackerel Moment videos for a year now. And I do them because I love to do them. They're so much fun. And because these amazing true stories, they do inspire me. They uplift me. And I want to share that feeling. I want to share that wonder at life. It's been a rewarding labor of love for which I get paid nothing.
Zip, zero, zip.
Which is why I do ask you to subscribe, because apparently with YouTube, if a channel gets 1,000 subscribers or more, they possibly have the potential to maybe become monetized. And of course, a little do-re-mi would really be welcomed by a 70-year-old codger like myself. So thank you for considering it. And for those of you who have subscribed, thank you. If you've commented on YouTube or liked or shared, thank you, thank you, thank you. It really does encourage me and is incredibly valuable in boosting my spirits to keep going with it. So I don't know how to thank you, except to say thank you. So today's story is Tales by the Sea. It's that wonderful storytelling concert series for grown-ups that Buxie presents. I'm including my story as this installment because, as you will see, it is filled with holy mackerel moments. I'm going to put the link below to the entire concert, and you'll see Vicky Della Gioia, my dear friend. She's the third teller. Her piece is so beautiful and powerful about herself and her mother. And the other wonderful stories include a lighthearted look at protest marches, overcoming a racist upbringing, discovering one's own real true love, and discovering Mickey Mantle at a baseball game. So enjoy. Now on with my story, which is called Hoisting Up the Vibes.
I'm going to introduce the tellers with the quote they have chosen. Here is the first quote. Sometimes painful endings bring the best new beginnings. Welcome Harry Hart-Browne, our first teller.
Thank you, Anne, very, very much. I'm very happy to be here. I'd also like to thank Roxanne Reese. Now what? I have had some now whats. I remember years ago, I said to myself, Harry, could it be you might be watching a little too much television? Could you possibly be using your time a little more creatively? That problem was soon solved because I came home a few nights later and the television was gone. I'd been burglarized. I thought, well, good, now I can use my time more creatively. But hey, I've been burglarized. Now what? I had some extra money, so I hired a man to come over and assess my place for bars on the windows and a security door. He walked in. I was intimidated immediately. He was like a little New Yorkie tough guy with a beret. He reminded me of Jimmy Cagney. He took some measurements, handed me a paper. There's your estimate. I see you got a Seth book on your table. That's that channeled material. I've heard about it. I like Krishnamurti. Krishnamurti's very deep, but also very easy to understand. And he walked away. He came back a few days later, did the job, handed me a paper, the bill, and then a book. It's the Bhagavad Gita. I thought you might like it. Keep it. I have another one at home. I like this book. It had that wonderful St. Francis of Assisi prayer in it. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. Where there is hatred, let me sow love, so on and so on. And I began reading that prayer out loud every morning, really feeling the words. And that became the beginning of my meditation practice. Thank you, Jimmy Cagney. Thank you, burglar. It's good I was meditating because I soon found out that my new next door neighbor was extremely violent. And one night I heard him brutally attacking his family members, and I called the police. They rushed over, hauled him off to the slammer, and released him a few days later. Bang, bang on my new security door. Bang. You're the one who called the cops on me, and I promise you, I will send you to the hospital or the grave. Now what? Well, I have to contact the police. He threatened my life, and I'm freaked out. And Harry, I said, perhaps now might be a good time to meditate. Oh, yeah, I have to send her. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. I finally relaxed. And when I did, I had a vision. It was a large window with a beautiful tree outside, swaying in the breeze and sparkling in the sunlight. I started to move toward it when I stopped because my attention was drawn to my left, where I saw a large stuffed moose head mounted on the wall. I felt a calm love. I petted the soft nose and put my attention back to the window. I came out of the meditation, went to the police station, told my story. The policeman said, yeah, well, technically that is verbal assault. What do you want me to do? I said, well, do you think I should press charges? He said, do you really think pressing charges will help your neighbor become a nicer person? I said, well, he said, why don't you move? I said, why don't I move? He said, yes, Mohammed can't always go to the mountain. Sometimes the mountain has to go to Mohammed. And he walked away. Now what? He left my neighbor's rap sheet on the counter right in front of me. I leafed through it. Pages of crimes, followed by a policeman's note. This individual is extremely dangerous. There is no crime he would not commit. I turned back to the first page and I saw a list of his aliases. Roger Ellis, AKA Roger Brett Ellis, AKA Roger Moose Ellis, AKA Roger Moose, AKA Moose. I moved, and my first week in my wonderful new neighborhood, I was invited to a meditation gathering, and the first thing I saw when I walked in was the big window with the tree outside swaying and sparkling. Thank you, policeman. Thank you, Moose. Then things got weird again a few years later. I had moved again. Now I had a stressful job and I really needed my rest. And of course, my upstairs neighbor walked heavily over my head off and on all night long. I mentioned this to him and he said, oh yeah, well, you know, my footsteps are heavy because I wear cowboy boots. I said, oh, I see. Well, do you think you'd be nice enough to perhaps consider removing your cowboy boots maybe after 11 at night because you're waking me out of sound sleeps? He said, I like wearing my cowboy boots. I moved to the living room. I started sleeping on the couch, and another neighbor on the other side of the wall right next to me was a methamphetamine addict. And he often vacuumed, sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes banging the vacuum into the wall next to me and screaming, "God damn it!" I went back to the bedroom, only to notice that hornets had burrowed their way through my bedroom wall, and now there were hundreds and hundreds of hornets in a nest on top of my bedroom ceiling. And then I got a cancer diagnosis. It was a perfect storm, but to what? I ended up getting a surgery. I was fine. But before I did that, I went to see a shamanic healer, Amanda Folger. Amanda said, "There's a part of you that needs your attention. I see him as a child, and he's full of joy and laughter, good cheer. He's creative and adventurous and mischievous, and he's fearless. And he loves to have fun and play. I suggest you welcome him back into your life." And I played, and I wrote a play about my spiritual life, and I found a quiet home, and I no longer had a stressful job. I started making my living as a storyteller, and I'm still doing it 26 years later. Thank you, cancer. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, hornets. Thank you, cowboy boots. So now I look around and I see lots of endings and lots of unknown new beginnings. Huge now what's. And what am I doing? I'm still watching too much television. I watch the news. And of course, I empathize with the suffering I see, but I cannot stay in that anguish for very long because then I become debilitated and that does no one any good. So I hoist my vibes up to that feeling of calm love, and I beam it to where it's needed. Not always successfully. I struggle. I sink into dark places frequently, but I also have breakthroughs. I was so proud of myself the other day. I was driving home so angry. The mechanic had not fixed the car. He tried 3 times and it was a computer issue. I know he was doing his best, but the light kept coming on the dashboard and I was over it. And Harry, I stopped myself intervening on my own behalf. Let it go. It will get fixed. Think about something that makes you happy. I did. I hoisted up my vibes. And I started thinking about these adorable French bulldog videos that I've been watching on YouTube. And my spirits lightened. And the moment they did, the voice on the car radio said, "French bulldogs are popular now." Later that week, I took my car to another mechanic. He fixed it. And he also mentioned that he had a French bulldog. I thought that was so cool. I told a whole classroom of kids that, and afterwards the teacher, Josh, showed me his phone and pointed to the photograph of his French bulldog. I thought, are these synchronicities like high fives from the universe because I managed to hoist up my vibes? If so, thank you. So now my now what's are keeping those vibes up as best as I can. Staying open to those high fives, staying open to that calm love, and always saying, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Harry.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Anne.
Well, I need that kind of encouragement because I certainly flop around a bit in my life too, emotionally.
Don't we all? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.